is up, everybody? Welcome to the TRWC Tailgate Party. I am your host, Majestic Marie, alongside Ray all day. How you doing this afternoon?
Boom. Doing good.
Good, good.
Thanks for having me again.
Oh yes. Before we get started, I wanted to do this on podcast. So, Ray all day, you have been coming and being part of the show for quite a bit now. I want to officially invite you to be my permanent guest, my permanent co-host on the TRWC Tailgate Party. What do you say? I'm going to put you on the spot.
That's a guaranteed yes.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Thrilled.
These things just go so much better when you have somebody to talk to and you interact, and then we can, talk with the viewers and everything. So
we're on the same page, which makes it a lot easier too.
Yes, it's so much fun. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm thrilled. All right.
Yes, and we will have a new video, an intro video next week to throw you in there. So that'll be fun.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, like always, guys, make sure you follow the Real Wrestling Community on Facebook. Keep up with all the wrestling news over there. Have fun with all the memes and all the funny videos and all of that stuff that they do over there. They're awesome. They let us stream on their platform. So we want to give those guys a shout out really quick before we start the show. And as well, we always have the Briscoe brothers get us hyped up.
Ain't no way, man. Ain't ready. Ain't no way y'all could possibly be ready.
You can say you're ready as many times as you want.
That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Y'all boys ain't ready.
There's no way, man.
Always fun to play that video. So, what did you think of last week's Dynamite, Ray? I know some people liked it, some people hated it, some people were in the middle. Where were you with all of this?
50-50. I mean, the Omega thing was kind of interesting. Really, really shocked about the Christian Cage. I was like, I don't know. And we were talking about this last week. I said, where is he? And you're like, he's probably taking a break. And sure enough, that's where he was, planning this. So.
Yep. You spoke Christian, the Father of the Year, into existence. We're going to blame you.
It's totally my fault. I'm so sorry. Trust me. Someone I dislike, I'll not bring up again.
I actually like Christian, and for the most part, I liked what they did. I thought that they beat up on Swerve a little too much last week and kind of made him look a little bit weak as your new world champion. But other than that, I'm pretty excited for this. I think that this is a really good first defense for Swerve Strickland. Obviously, Christian's not going to win, but it still looks like there could be a possibility that he does. So I'm not mad at the match itself.
Not at all. I mean, it's definitely a good first title defense for him. Christian's legit, and it gives some legitimacy to Swerve's reign, and it's a good first title defense, like you said. I like it. I do like it that it's somebody of some caliber that in the back of your mind you think, well, maybe he has a shot.
Yeah, maybe. And for tonight, I don't know. It's really funny. We talk about how we've been speaking things into existence. You spoke Christian into existence. I spoke this into existence and I didn't even know it. We were just making a joke about how Orange Cassidy, if he turned heel, what that would look like. And then lo and behold, the guy walks backstage with none other than Don Callis, the guy who gets the most heat in that company. And I was like pointing at it like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. That was me. I was like, me and Ray just talked about that. We just did
that. Wait a minute. We just had this conversation.
It was insane. And they decided to have this match for tonight. Trent Beretta did turn heel, obviously, going against the Best Friends, against Orange Cassidy, and saying that Orange Cassidy is always inserting himself into other people's business and making it all about him. and all this other kind of stuff. So, do you think that Orange Cassidy with Don Callis, is that a tease, or do you actually think he's jumping ship?
I think it's a tease because he's so over with these fans, and I don't see why they would have him go full heel. Because Trent's getting a lot of heat. Like, he's a great heel, so I feel it doesn't make sense for Orange to turn at this point. So I just don't know where the third member stands. The one that got beat up last week. I'm losing his name for my life right now.
Oh, Chucky T.
Chucky T. I don't know what side he's going to fall under now. I don't know if he's going to defend Trent or he's going to defend Orange.
Well, Trent Beretta did attack. Yeah. They were in that parking lot brawl, and he is indefinitely hurt because of that reason. It's part of the show, by the way. I emailed some people, and they're like, "No, it's part of the show," and I was like, "Okay." So
yeah,
we got an inside scoop here on the Real Wrestling community.
Like
so yay!
Yeah, I like it. All right, so yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of interesting if he helps one of them out of nowhere, and gets the other one over. I don't know.
Who knows? We'll have to see what happens. This is the most interested I've been in Orange Cassidy in a while, though. So, as much as we talk about Orange Cassidy, let's give him that he's doing things to pique the interest.
100%. Thank God. And he's up to 9.7 pounds now, so he's gaining a little weight.
Yep. He's might be reaching triple digits soon. We never know.
Hope so. I'm getting there.
Shane is here, and he said, "Good afternoon, Marie and Ray. May not see AEW Dynamite. Severe weather in my area coming. Yeah, there's some pretty bad storms for the southeast, so it's going to be rough out there. So please stay safe, Shane."
Yeah, stay safe, buddy.
Yeah, we're supposed to get storms too, but not like tornadoes or anything like that. Just
we had a very bad storm this morning, and we lost power for like a few minutes, but it was okay.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it wasn't anything worse than that.
Likewise.
So, moving on, we have the TNT Championship. And like we said, we spoke that into existence too. We spoke last week into existence.
We basically write the card for the show for next week. We just say, hey.
I know.
This is crazy.
The Young Bucks. I'm sorry. The Young Bucks ran the show last week. So they watched the Real Wrestling Community Tailgate Party. And they were like, you know what? Majestic Marie and Ray All Day has some great ideas. Let's just go with what they're saying. It's easy.
They're watching now.
Write it down.
They're watching as we speak. So
hi, Maddie and Nikki. How you doing?
Matt and Nick, I'm not mad. I'm glad you like our ideas. So if you want to use more, we have some more today. So.
Sure. Well, we said that it was an open challenge for the TNT Championship to one of the House of Black members, and we both predicted that it would be Buddy Matthews. I'm sorry, used his old name. We predicted it would be Buddy Matthews, and we were correct. And here he came. They had a 15, 20-ish minute match, and Adam Copeland did win. Like we thought. He went a little crazy there at the end, though. And
that was weird.
He was kind of acting like a heel a little bit. I don't know if the spooky mist is getting to his brain or what, like it did to Sky Blue, but we'll see if it has the same effect on Adam Copeland. But he was about to attack Buddy Matthews with the chair, and here the lights go out. And, Malachi Black shows up, and he says, do it, which is weird. Hey, why don't you beat up my team member over there? That makes a lot of sense.
That was weird. And
Buddy Matthews himself was like, yes, hit me. Okay. If you say so. No, he didn't actually hit him because he was about to, though. And then the lights go out again. And when they come back on, everybody's gone except for Adam Copeland, and he's just sitting there going, "What in the world?" And it was kind of odd. I understand what they're doing though, but it was a weird way to do it. So now we have this, and I kind of thought at the end of last week that he's going to go through them one by one before he finally gets to Malachi Black. I thought that this might happen a little bit maybe like next week, but they're rolling right through this. I'm guessing Adam Copeland is going to win this match, and then they're going to announce him versus Malachi at the pay-per-view is my guess.
100%. But I think at this match, they're going to give Adam Copeland a knife and tell him to stab Brody King.
Who knows with them? They don't seem to care about their own team members or themselves, because even Buddy Matthews was like, "Yeah, sure, hit me in the face with a chair there."
You go ahead, and the leaders like, go ahead, hit him. So I think this time it's going to be a bat, a barbed wire, maybe I'm trying to think what other weapons they use, a crowbar, something.
I don't know. There is history with Adam Copeland or Edge or whatever you want to call him with the chair. I don't know if you remember all the way back during the tag team wars that him and Christian had against the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys. I'm guessing you remember all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I remember.
And the fruition of the TLC matches, right?
Yeah.
The Dudleys had the tables. The Hardys had the ladders, Edge and Christian had the chairs. So that is his weapon of choice all throughout his career. So I'm guessing he's going to stick with the chair. I don't know, but they could do anything. It's AEW. They don't always use logic, so
never. But I don't know. I don't know what the end game is. Like, are you trying to get Adam to turn heel? Is he gonna like see the light and go full baby again and not hit him again? Like, that whole angle is weird, and the fact that Malachi's telling him to hit him is, like I said, it's throwing me off. Malachi was a great champion.
Oh yeah.
He deserves.
I can see Adam Copeland losing the title to Malachi Black, and then him just going absolutely crazy, and then
100%.
maybe him joining Christian and letting them have one little last run together. But I would like that, and they could be like a heel team or whatever, and that would be a lot of fun to watch. The only thing I have that kind of puts my alarm bells on with that is that Christian already has, it feels like an entourage of people with him. And we just add another person into that, and it just becomes, I don't know, messy.
A little sloppy. Yeah, I get it. I don't know. This one's got a big question mark. I don't know what direction they're going with this. I mean, I definitely
like with Jay Lethal, he had Jeff Jarrett, and then he had Satnam Singh, and then he had Sanjay Dutt, and then they added Mark Briscoe for a little while, and it was just a big giant mess. And we're like, okay, y'all, I don't understand what's going on. There's too many people involved. Y'all need to figure this out. And they did. They're just like, get off of TV, unfortunately. But poor Jay Lethal. He should be on TV. But, it is what it is. We have another history lesson from Shane. And he says, after studying wrestling history and watching Dark Side of the Ring last night, I have lost all respect not only for Vince McMahon, but Jerry Briscoe. He sold out the NWA back in the territory days.
Dark Side.
I don't know too much about Jerry Briscoe. I never really had all that much respect for Vince McMahon anyway. So even at 14 years old, I was like, this dude treats his women's wrestlers like garbage. I don't like him. So I can't say I ever had any respect for that guy.
0. Not a fan. Sorry.
Nope. Nope. But that's cool that you're going through all the old matches, Shane. That's fun. Keep that up and keep talking to us about it because we like to hear about it. So moving on, we'll hear from Serena Deeb, and I think that she is officially challenging Toni Storm for the women's world title at Double or Nothing. She had a match with Mariah May. It was this past week, and that's how they determined the winner, right? That's correct, right? Yeah. So Toni Storm threw in the towel on Mariah May, which caused Serena Deeb to win. And some people are speculating that maybe a part of the story, Mariah May is thinking that Toni did that on purpose so she wouldn't challenge for the title, and that might be the start of the animosity between those two.
100%. 100%. And believe it or not, I would not be shocked if Serena Deeb won the title.
Really?
I would not be shocked if Mariah May turns on her at the pay-per-view, causes her to lose the title, and goes with the "See, you never want me to be the champion. I'm always behind you in the shadows." And just like that movie, which I did watch, I could see it. It'd be a great angle. It makes sense. There's actually, scary. AEW actually has a storyline that makes sense.
Right?
I'd be impressed. I feel like this would be like the perfect way to add fuel to the fire to have her cross it. And Serena's been there so long, like she's never held any titles there, so it'd be nice to see her, hold the strap
Yeah.
for a little while.
Yeah, and it would free Toni Storm up to do something with Mariah May without the title being involved. It doesn't necessarily have to be. At first I thought maybe it was too quick. It would be too quick at Double or Nothing to have Mariah May turn, but she has been with Toni Storm for quite a bit now, almost a year, I guess you would say. Just a few short months after Toni Storm started doing all of this old school Hollywood gimmick, she showed up and was her protege. So I guess that makes sense. And then maybe at Forbidden Door, you can have a tag team match with Mariah May and one of the Stardom girl that she's friends with versus Toni Storm and I don't know, somebody else that she might have picked up, something like that. And then maybe leading up to the Wembley show, that one-on-one match. Okay. And then Serena Deeb could put the title on the line against a returning Jamie Hayter at Wembley. So that frees that up.
No, I want that for Forbidden.
Uh-oh. We lost you. All right. You might have... Yeah. All right. We lost Ray all day. He'll be back in just a few minutes. Shane is saying that Toni Storm's title run is in serious jeopardy tonight. At Double or Nothing. At Double or Nothing, Serena Deeb is challenging Toni Storm at Double or Nothing at the pay-per-view in a couple weeks. So we'll have to see what she says tonight and what happens going forward.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. It happens.
Yeah.
You were saying
that I want that for Forbidden Door because that's in New York. I'm going to that.
Oh, you want the big fallout at the show that you're going to be at.
Exactly.
I understand that. I understand
Lance comes. If Lance is watching, I want Lance to come with me.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
He's a Long Island guy. It's going to be a good card.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
It was closer to me. It was probably like 5-6 minutes from my house. This one's probably 20 minutes from my house. So I'm cool with either one, but this is going to be great. But I want Forbidden Door to be the big one.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. But they kind of try to do the New Japan Stardom people versus the AEW people. So I don't see it happening there.
Ugh, don't tell me that.
Well, we're gonna pray that
Yes.
something big like that happens for you.
Thank
That
you.
you get, and Adam Cole will have his real triumphant return, right?
That would be amazing.
Like he gets
There you go. That would be amazing. And I'd like to see his girlfriend back again. I don't know where she is.
Yeah, she's been dealing with a lot of back issues. That's why she hasn't really been around much. So hopefully she's doing better as well.
Oh, okay. Well, Adam's walking, so no excuses. He needs to get in the ring very soon.
Right. Yay, he got out of his
Yeah,
wheelchair.
he can walk. It's a miracle. He sprained his ankle and it only took 6 months to heal.
Timothy is here. Our good friend Timothy. And he says, "What's good, everybody? Okada is an icon." He is. I don't hate him. Not too much anyway. I'm upset with him. He's on the boo list at the moment.
Yeah, he's definitely not a fan favorite.
Not right now. Not here.
I hear you.
And Mariah May and Jamie Hayter are still queens. Obviously.
Yeah, of course.
They're pretty great. Well, speaking of Mariah May, she has a match tonight. I think Harley Cameron just this is her debut, is it not?
Yeah, I didn't even know she could even wrestle. I didn't know she could even go.
Well, I still don't know that because I haven't seen her wrestle
I
yet.
don't know that either. I assume she must know a little bit, but I had no idea. Like,
we'll say she's trained.
Yeah,
She's
let's see.
trained. I don't know how she is, but I'm guessing this will further the storyline.
Yes, this will be good for the story.
Yeah. Dear Adam Cole, please come back soon.
Please, God, come back soon. Because
it's her debut match. Yeah.
I hope she can go. That's my only wish. Like, please do not be a train wreck.
Well, Big Bill is now sitting under the learning tree of Jericho.
And I have a buzz, so I want to cut that tree down so bad. You have no idea.
Did you see? Okay, first of all, I want to say I will give credit where credit is due, and Jericho versus Shibata was a lot of fun. It was a good match. But Jericho should never, ever wear trunks for the rest of his career. My eyes needed to be washed out after seeing that.
It was rough.
It
just don't want to sing.
No, he looked like a grandpa out there in his tidy whities. So
it was rough.
No. Mm-hmm. Timothy says he wants to be under the Ray Dean learning tree.
No problem. Welcome to my tree.
All you have to do is say Adam Cole is king and Orange Cassidy is 11 pounds and you're well on your way.
You're 90% in. That's it. It's very small. Majestic Marie's under the tree. She's got it already. She already knows. So those two things, my expectations are very, very small. You just got to do those two things. Just admit he's the king and Orange is 11 pounds. And we're fine.
Oh, and Slim J is awesome.
Oh my God, Slim J is beyond awesome. I'm hoping we can get an interview with Slim J. That would be like a fanboy's dream.
Absolutely.
He's watching the show right now, so Slim J, please, we would really like to interview you.
Please come on the show.
Please, it would really mean a lot to me.
All right, moving on from this monstrosity. It's probably just two jobber guys. It'll last hopefully only 5 minutes, but we never know. It's Jericho.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Big Bill because they've just been kind of jerking that guy around for the past 8 months. First, he was tag teaming with Brian Cage. And then he was with Ricky Starks, and he was the tag team champion with Ricky Starks. And then they lose the titles. And then all of a sudden, man, Ricky Starks is gone. And
Yeah.
just, I don't know. We're not even going to address the fact that Ricky Starks is no longer with Big Bill.
Don't even talk about it. Never existed. They were never
Nope.
taken.
Nope. Ricky Starks is Voldemort, he who must not be named, he who must not be mentioned, I guess. And
He just doesn't exist. You know, no,
no.
hey, I missed my tag partner. We're going to be back. None of that. It's like he never existed. I was like, okay.
Sting and Darby only, it was Big Bill. Big Bill had those tag team titles all by himself.
Exactly.
So there's nobody with him. I don't know what's going to happen there, but Jericho, he's trying to, he sees what everybody is saying about him. There, because people have called him online before he decided to trademark it. They have called him the Vortex because he just kind of,
Suck the life out of you.
Yeah.
100%.
And he's trying to do this thing where he embraces it and he kind of goes along with it and make a gimmick out of it. I'll commend him for trying something, but to me it's just not working for me. I don't care. I don't really want to see Chris Jericho right now. I don't think he's interesting. Is that just me?
You're on it. Like Big Bill is another big guy, great physique, that won't be utilized.
Yeah. Ray Dean, Kobe Bryant, and Adam Cole are king. See, he's learning already. He knows.
Welcome to the tree, Tim. See?
Yep.
Go. There you go.
Oh, you just needed a nice little blanket to sit on, and you have shade from the tree. You're good.
You're good. Lots of shade. And
welcome, Christine, and also up in the New York land as well.
Exactly.
And Shane says, Big Bill has always had a gimmick problem. Booking doesn't know what to do with him. Especially AEW, we always make the joke that if you weigh more than 160 pounds, then AEW is not the place for you.
Yeah. It's not.
Unless you're Samoa Joe.
Yeah, it's weird how he's okay.
Yeah. Hello, New York.
Yeah, he's good to go.
All right. We just talked about Christian not too long ago, but they're gonna. How much sense does this make to have a face-to-face right now? Swerve just got attacked and kind of gotten his rear end handed to him. And we're going to do this, and he doesn't really even have a chance to rebuttal or retaliate or go after Christian in any way. We're already doing like a week before the pay-per-view face-to-face segment.
That's weird. Unless this is Swerve's chance to get some comeuppance on Christian, which would make him a stronger champion.
Yeah.
See him destroyed again, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Has to come back this week and like lay out, Christian and what's his name? Kickstick? Firestarter?
Kill Switch.
Kill Switch, there you go. Light Bulb, whatever his name is. And and his son, who weighs 12.6 pounds.
Oh, he's got 1 pound on Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, he's 1 pound heavier than Orange. But see him get his comeuppance, that would be great.
And yes, and then Mama Wayne is like taller and bigger than all of them.
Yeah, she could take both of them.
Yeah, for real.
100%. But yeah, this would be great for Swerve to get his retributions. He needs it. To see him get destroyed again, like, what are you doing, dude? This guy just won the belt. Now you're making him look like just like this weakling.
Yeah. I like the fact that Christian is challenging Swerve Strickland. There is history there. They did touch on it a little bit last week, where Christian was talking about going after he attacked Nick Wayne at some point, and then him and Swerve and Christian had that tag team match, and Swerve was the one who lost. He was the one who was put in the coffin and lost that tag team match. And so there is that history there, and I'm glad that they touched on that. But I do think that it was okay that they beat that they attacked Swerve Strickland, but I've already said this, but I just think they went a little bit overboard and just made Swerve look a little weak.
Yeah, if he would have like done a little damage and then like it was like the numbers game type of situation, then it would look better. But it seemed
And
beginning.
and Prince Nana didn't do anything either. He just sat there. I mean, he got attacked too, but for the longest time, he just stood there in the corner. Like, he didn't even, like, motion, like, his, Gates of Agony guys or whatever to come out and help or, "Hey, and where are those dudes? They were supposed to be in a faction with Swerve. Where were they? Where was Brian Cage? Where was Gates of Agony? Aren't they supposed to be on Swerve's side? Or when Swerve turned face, did they kind of silently remove them from? No, they didn't, because Prince Nana still goes out and manages them during their matches too.
You were reading my mind. We were always on the same page. I was thinking, like, what happened to Brian Cage? Where's the Gates of Agony? I thought they were still on the same team. Why all of a sudden now he's getting no help? That was so weird. Like, I really thought he was going to get some backup, and maybe the Gates of Agony and Cage were all going to go face. But to see no help, like, it's a weird faction. So, Nana's managing Swerve and then separately managing these other guys. Like, I don't understand. It's so weird.
And Brian Cage was everyone knew that he was going to be there because he had a match against Claudio last week.
Mm-hmm.
So he was there. He could have, and he actually worked face during that match, did he not? I thought he was more.
Yeah, he's working face.
So it didn't make any sense to me. Where were those guys?
Tony Khan, fix this.
Well, he can't because the Young Bucks are.
That's right.
What it is. The Young Bucks are running the show, and they said if you all go out there and help your person, we'll fine you $1 million. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Christine says, I think Jericho has been around for so many years, they must feel they have to do something with him. Yeah, and he has the biggest paycheck out of everybody there as well. So there's that too. But I wish he would go. I don't want Jericho to completely go away because I think he does add to the business. He's been around for so much. But I think it would do his character some good for him to go away and then come back. Because it just seems like oversaturated Jericho right now.
Yeah, just please go away.
Yeah. Timothy, you need to behave yourself. Christine says, Christian can't win unless he has his gang to help him. Classic heel. It's lovely.
I love it.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with this tonight. I hope Swerve gets his receipt.
Yes, exactly.
Last but not least, Kenny Omega. We'll talk about what happened last week. Kenny Omega comes out there looking very dapper in his suit, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'll add. And he said, you know what? We spoke this into existence too, Ray.
This is scary. This is so scary.
This like 4 or 5 things that we talked about that they.
Wow. You're freaking me out right now. I'm like, you're right again. I'm like, now if the Gates of Agony and Brian Cage come out today and help Swerve, then that's it. We're basically the new writers for AEW. I want my check. Marie wants her check. Obviously, Marie's getting 65. I only want 35, but we want our money.
Yes, please.
Please.
Young Bucks, get on it.
Get on it. If I see Gates of Agony and Brian Cage help Swerve tonight against Christian Cage, I want my check. I want my check.
Yeah, well, we'll be texting each other going,
I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
Okay, so last week we talked about how the Young Bucks are the EVPs, and they said, we can't lose our jobs because we have it in the clause and all this other kind of stuff. And there were rumors about Tony Khan maybe establishing like a GM character. and we were talking about, hey, the Young Bucks are not the only EVPs of that company. What if Kenny Omega, while he can't wrestle technically, he's not medically cleared, what if he took that role? And he comes out there in his nice little dapper suit last week and goes, guess what? Y'all aren't the only EVPs in town. I'm going to throw my weight around against you two as well.
Amazing.
And I was like, there it is.
There
it is. But he wasn't alone for long. And out comes Okada. Boo, Okada. Boo.
Boo. I'm not a fan of him like that. But I respect him.
He's okay.
Yeah.
Not when he's
okay.
not against Eddie, but other than that, I was like, okay, what are they doing here? And they kind of hint at maybe Okada versus Kenny Omega at some point. He said a couple months, which maybe could be Wembley. We don't know.
Yeah.
That's okay. And then out comes the Young Bucks and Jack Perry and all the entourage. And they beat down Kenny Omega. And now before he got into, the work stuff, he was talking about his diverticulitis and all this other kind of stuff. And he did mention the fact that if he got blunt force trauma in his abdomen, that he could be really sick. And he did get blunt force trauma in the abdomen. So we were left wondering, is Kenny Omega going to be okay? I'm guessing so, since he's making an announcement. We don't know where the announcement's going to come from, though. It could be in person. It could be via satellite or pre-recorded, whatever. But this is interesting. We talked about it last week, and here it is, maybe coming into fruition. What did you think about it?
I loved it. The fact that we talked this to fruition is amazing. I'd like to see him as a general manager. That'd be great. I know he definitely can't go. And it's going to be several months from people I've spoken to. And the fact that he's not going to be able to go for a while, it makes sense. You got to have someone that's fighting, the Bucks for authority on, the matches and everything else. So it would be perfect for him. And then eventually, maybe, like you said, maybe in Wembley, he could fight Okada.
Yeah. And that would be a fun match to see.
That'd be a great match.
Again.
But yeah, I would like to see that. And, to see him flip the switch like that. I think he's actually going to be live. I'm gonna go on a hunch and say he's going to be there live.
Well, we're not missing yet, so you could very well be right, because we've been right a lot.
Exactly, we could be on point with this, but that's the highlight of the show.
A lot of people were worried after the week before that Tony Khan was going to start becoming a recurring character on the show and all this other kind of stuff. I don't think that that's going to happen.
No.
Like even Dixie Carter was a better character on camera than Tony Khan. She wasn't great.
Yeah, she's the worst. Love him as a guy. He's a good guy, but just stay behind the scenes, dude. Like, you're just not that guy.
Yeah. So I don't think that they'll go there. I think Kenny Omega is going to stand in that spot where we thought people were afraid Tony Khan was going to be, because he's also the EVP, but when he's medically cleared, he can wrestle. So he can actually stand in that spot. So I think this is really fun.
I love it. And, see people take sides, and you're definitely going to know what side Omega's on and who he's going to help, and the Bucks are going to help. And, yeah. And hoping maybe we'll get 2 new factions. Maybe Omega's going to have his little clique, just like the Bucks have Okada. So it'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting.
Christine is not a fan of the Young Bucks or Jack Perry. This is the most interesting that they've been in a long time, though. So
100%.
I'll give them that. Shane is worried about Kenny Omega's health, to be honest. We'll have to see. I'm guessing that he's better than he's letting on because there ain't no way a doctor on this planet Earth would clear him to do the things that he did last night if he wasn't doing better than we expected.
100%. Some of the bumps he took, no shot.
Yeah. Christine says, can you help me understand when big WWE people go down to NXT, are both on the same level, or is NXT like a demotion since it's mainly young guys, or is it to boost ratings? I don't think it's a demotion. I do think it's a ratings booster, but that's just kind of like the side effect. But they're also bringing the main roster people down to help um the young people learn how to work in a storyline or in a match itself or whatever, but bringing these more seasoned veterans, people who really know what they're doing to help these young people along and move them along the way and get them ready for the main roster. I think that's the main goal, the main reason why they bring people like Natalia and the Viking Raiders. Ivar has been down there, Baron Corbin, and all of these other guys that they didn't necessarily have a spot for on the main roster. So they're bringing them down to NXT to help those guys along in learning as well and giving them something to do.
100%. It's a good learning. It's not a learning curve. It's more of a place for them to, boost those ratings. I mean, you had Cena on there, several months ago. And, I'm sure they have other big stars there. Like Natalia's getting more airtime than she's had in months. Good for her.
Yeah. Absolutely. And good for was it Roxanne Perez who she wrestled?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it gives Roxanne Perez a chance to learn from somebody as seasoned as Natalia, who's been wrestling for 15 plus years now and who, trained at the Heart Dungeon, and learning from someone as as good as Natalia is.
100%.
You are very welcome. All right, Ray. Well, that's the show for tonight. It's going to be an interesting one, I believe. I'm excited to see what they do with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and Jack Perry, and hopefully Swerve Strickland looks like a dominant champion tonight. That's what we're hoping for.
And if the Gates of Agony and Brian Cage help him, please text me.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
I'm very excited. I mean, I think I'll, when they have the learning tree segment, and that'll be my bathroom break, and I'm set for the rest of the show.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We are going to be trying to be here every Wednesday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern. Ray all day
co-host, so I'm excited.
Is the new co-host. We are doing this together officially from now on. I'm so excited about that. And I'll see you next week. See you later.